Hi, today we are going to talk about 5 forms of power or friendship driven. Well, the legitimate power in this form of power gives us the ability to rewarding and pushing employers can be seen as a legitimate part of the formal of appointed leadership role. One example of legitimate power it could be Neil Gorsuch. Neil Gorsuch is an associate justice of the Supreme Court of the United States. He has the power to reward and punishment a person depending on his actions. Another example that I choose from this power it could be my father, because my father has the obligation to educate me, and in this process he can punishment or reward me depending of my action. Well, then we have the expert power. This form of power is based on in-depth information, knowledge, or expertise. These leaders are often highly intelligent. One example of an expert power it could be Elon Musk, because Elon Musk is one of the British person in the world, and he's so intelligent, and he's owner of Tesla and SpaceX. Another example of this power it could be, well, you teacher Jose Manuel Alvarez, because you have a lot of knowledge and a lot of knowledges and a lot of studies of this signature, so you can teach us, and you have the power of this basically.
Coercive power is the ability to influence the decision making of a person through the punishment of the threat of the punishment if the person does not follow instructions. Is deprived of the their freedom with intention of forcing them to do or not do something against their own will. Police officers sometimes use the force to compel those involved to confess the truth or punish not compliance. This can be handcuffing and in larger cases shooting. Example 2. Mom. Sometimes when one of the children does not comply with the recommendations that she had him previously, she can and has the ability to sanction. Reward power. This kind of power is sustained by the prize. The person who plays this power is an influence before others, since they require external acts of recognition. That it, they stand out from the rest. Example 1. Take the Monterrey students and directors. The directors are in a choice of power as they offer students to be part of this institution. Students seeing an opportunity accept knowing that they will be rewarded for being part of the institution to be leaders of tomorrow. Example 2. A company is a choice of power and asks their marketing staff to promote their products. The marketing staff accept the request and are rewarded with money for done adversity campaigns.
Finally, we have the referent power. This form of power is about management based on the ability to administer to someone a sense of a personal acceptance or approval. The leader in this form of power is often seen as a role of model, and their power is often treated with admiration or charm.
Example 1. Michelle Obama is a woman who stands out the file of the generating changes in a society, supports foundations, and above all supports women. It's an example of a power of reference for us, mainly in the field of the creating awareness. From experiences that I had previously, being an example of effort and dedication, which is described in the titles of these books. Example 2. Politicians. Politicians stand out for the governing a society and choosing the best option for its people, increasing resources for health, education, and meeting needs. At the time of their election, they show proposals and change for a common good. For some, they could be the people with a power reference because they are doing something to improve, and many people, especially children and young people, want to support and one day become like them in the field of helping to change and rebuild a society.